Let's be honest, in India, we hustle all day long just to make the ends meet. And the salary that is credit on the first is gone by the fifth. But what if I told you there are ways your money and skill can work harder than you do? No, it's not a pitch for side hustle or working freelance. It is real, proven stuff that people in India are already doing quietly. In this video, I'll break down 5 practical income streams that you can start right here in India without quitting your job. The first income stream is for those who already invest in stocks. No, I am not talking about dividends. Have you heard about SLBM? Securities lending and borrowing mechanism. The way you earn rent via your property, SLBM lets you earn rent via your shares. Let me tell you how it works. Let's say you have shares in your demat account which are lying idle and you do not plan to sell them anytime soon. You can give these shares on rent via your broker. Who would be ready to borrow them? The person who's looking for an opportunity to short sell. And in return, they will be willing to pay you a lending fee. And no, you do not lose the ownership. These shares come back to you once the borrowing period comes to an end, which has a monthly expiry. All the bonuses, dividends, and corporate benefits, it is you only who gets them, as if these shares were not lent out in the first place. Let me explain this with the help of an example. Go to the NSE's website, click on Market Data, and then on Securities Lending and Borrowing. I selected August contract under Series B. Now suppose you own 60 shares of Tata Elxsi currently trading at 6,215 rupees each. That's a total value of 3,72,900 rupees. You want to lend them for a fee of rupees 55 per share for a month, and a borrower is bidding at rupees 50. Once both sides agree and the order is matched, say at rupees 52, the trade is executed. You earn rupees 3,120, which gives you a passive return of around 0.83% for that month. The returns depend upon the demand. For popular stocks, you can earn around 0.5 to 1% on a monthly basis, which comes up to 6 to 12% on yearly basis, passively earning just by the stocks that you own. However, there's a catch. There are enough lenders who are willing to give their shares on rent, but there aren't as many borrowers, which leads to a problem of demand and liquidity. Therefore, earning 0.5 to 1% on monthly basis consistently can be hard. If you want a full explainer on how SLBM works, let me know in the comments. Now let's talk about another income stream via stocks which most people know about, dividends. Dividends are when companies are willing to share a piece of profit with you just because you are holding on to their stock. But the question is, not all dividend stock give you similar returns. Some give you 1 to 2%, while others give you 6 to 7% year after year. So now, how do you find these good dividend stocks? Here's a simple screener filter that you can use. You can go to any screener website and put in these filters. Dividend yield more than 3%, ROCE more than 12%, profit growth for 3 years more than 10%, and market cap of more than 10,000 crore, so that you filter out those risky small caps. Now, this will shortlist the stocks for you. But remember, this does not guarantee consistent dividend returns year after year. This is because the company's dividend paying out strategy can change and the yield can come down from 6 to 1%, so be cautious. Now let's talk about the third stream, rental income, the old school passive play. We all know the formula. Buy a flat, rent it out, and collect the rent. Let's say if you have a 1 crore property which you give out on rent of 25,000 per month, that comes out to 3% annual return. Not bad, right? But here's where it gets interesting. I recently visited a place where a guy had a barren piece of land which he converted into a parking lot because that was surrounded by a lot of shops and people needed to park their cars. That's it. No building, no construction, no interiors. Just a piece of land and a monthly income. He saw the gap and he filled it. Some other possibilities that you can explore is like renting out your spare bedroom on Airbnb, especially in metro cities, or you can convert your garage into a compact workspace for freelancers or tutors. Basically, what I am trying to say here is that rental income need not come from a house or a flat. It can be from a room sharing setup, a workspace, a parking space, even storage units or godowns. This is where you can be creative with what you have or what you can own at low cost. But what if you don't even own a property? Not even a small space that you can share with someone to earn some extra bucks? Or what if you don't have enough capital to invest in some property, but you still want to earn that rental income? What do you do then? The answer is in the fourth income stream, and that is REITs, Real Estate Investment Trust. It lets you invest in commercial spaces like office space or mall, etc., where you can earn the rent like the landlord but without headaches. Most REITs in India pay quarterly about 1 to 3% per year. For example, Mindspace Business Park REIT gave the following dividend in the last 1 year. Moreover, you don't even need heavy capital to invest in REITs. You can start investing in REITs by buying their one unit as per the share price of the REITs. For example, the share price of REITs in India as of 2nd July 2025 were these. It's like real estate minus your broker or that maintenance hassle. And the good thing is, since it is traded on the stock market, you can buy and sell easily. I have done a full breakdown on how REITs work. Go check out that video if you want to learn more. There is a bonus tip that I would like to share with you. But before I talk about that bonus tip, let's first discuss the last income stream. That is something you sleep on comfortably. Government-backed income streams. Let's take SGBs for example. SGBs used to pay 2.5% interest on top of that gold price gain. But since SGBs are not being freshly issued, you can definitely check out the older ones in the secondary market. But there are other options as well, like RBI floating rate bond that gives 8.5% interest and it is paid out twice in a year. Another option is Post Office Monthly Income Schemes. As the name suggests, it gives out monthly income at about 7.4% interest yearly. Lastly, you also have an option like Senior Citizen Savings Schemes, which gives out 8.2% return per year with a quarterly payout. These are low-risk, predictable sources of income, especially if you're looking something stable and outside of the stock market. But be mindful of the lock-in periods on the principal amount and the taxability on the interest income you earn. Coming to the bonus tip, this as well is a passive income, but just not the conventional kind, because it's not a financial product, it's you. We are living in a time where your skills can be used to generate long-term income just with some upfront effort. Here's what I mean. Creating digital courses, selling templates or tools, writing ebooks and publishing on Kindle, YouTube or podcast, affiliate marketing, stock photography, building and monetizing a newsletter, etc. The best part? You can do all these activities with your full-time job and you don't even need a lakh rupees. What is needed is time, consistency and creativity. The space is growing very fast. If you have even a small skill like editing, voiceover, writing jokes, etc., there is an income stream waiting to be built. Okay, so now here are the things that you need to remember. Number 1, don't wait to start big. Start small, but start. Number 2, match the strategy to your personality. Low risk, high creativity, or somewhere in between. Number 3, asset-based takes money. Creation-based takes time. Choose your currency. Number 4, consistency is underrated. Even 5,000 rupees a month is a start. And number 5, most importantly, give it 6 to 12 months. This is not a 1-week magic pill. You don't build the passive income just by watching this video. You build the passive income once you start working on one of these ideas. Pick the ideas that works well with your personality and let me know in the comments below which stream are you going to start with first. I hope you like this video. See you in the next one. Till then, happy investing.